Hey winners, it's Kevin Ward here with Yes Masters Real Estate Success Training, helping you get more yeses and more successes in your business and in your life. And today I've got a special treat for you, because in this video I'm going to talk about the best listing presentation. Because one of the things that is an ongoing discussion in the real estate industry is, how do you do a listing presentation right? I mean, what's the best way to do a real powerful listing presentation? So today I have a special treat for you. In fact, I brought a listing presentation here that I'm going to share with you today. It's unbelievable. It is a canned listing presentation. I mean, this is it. And it's real simple. You take it, heat and serve directions. It's just simple. Open script 1 to 2 minutes before the appointment and review. Read script, smiling occasionally. Ask prospects to swallow without chewing. There it is right there. Your canned listing presentation. Now, I have a question for you. How do you feel about a canned listing presentation? See, one of the kinds of listing presentation that I was trained to do and I've heard a lot about is a canned listing presentation. Is this the best way to do a listing presentation? And I was doing at a recent event that I had called Double Your Listing Power. I asked the question of the agents that were there, and that is, how does it feel when you hear the phrase or the term a canned listing presentation? And here's something I want you to write down, and I hope you'll take some notes on this video, because this is really, really key stuff in understanding how do you get more yeses when you're talking to sellers. How do you get them to say yes to you? How do you inspire the hire? And the question is a canned listing presentation the best way? So this is a very powerful principle of influence. It's a powerful principle of persuasion, of communication, and it's simply this: words have energy. Now, wouldn't you agree with that? I mean, think about it for a second. Words, whenever you just hear a word, doesn't a word have a certain energy to it? It has a certain feeling attached to it. And so here's my question, and this is the question that I asked the agents at the event, and that is, what is the energy of the word canned? I mean, when you just hear that word, how does it feel? What's the kind of energy it delivers? And here are some of the words that they came up with that says, here's the energy that I get with the word canned, is that when I think of something being canned, they said words like generic, words like plain, words like flavorless, words like stale or old. And think about it. I mean, when you think of something being canned, are you thinking something that's super fresh and nutritious? Or are you thinking something that's stale and old and has empty and almost no nutritional value? I mean, what's the energy of the word? When you think of something being canned, are you thinking of something that's special and gourmet? Or are you thinking of something that's plain and last minute and fast and all put together for convenience? See, here's the reality. The word, just the thought of a canned presentation, here was their favorite word, and that was the word boring. It's like, are you kidding me? You're going to show up, you're talking to a luxury homeowner, you're talking to a $2 million homeowner, and you're going to bring something canned, and you're going to try to serve this to them? Now, I don't care what you call it. Look at this. This is canned. Now, watch this. How many of you have a PowerPoint that you take to a listing presentation and it's canned? You get out in your car and you're like, okay, I got to pull out my script. It's canned. Now, my question is, how powerful can you be? So today I want to talk to you about an alternative. I want to talk to you about a listing presentation that is off the charts powerful. And I want you just to hear this and think about it. Is it a canned listing presentation, or how about this? What about if you brought a choreographed listing presentation? Now, what is it? What does choreograph mean? Well, I want you to think about it. And I was actually going to bring out my figure skating outfit, but it doesn't fit, and I just didn't have time to get it back from the dry cleaner. So, but I want you to think about an Olympic figure skater or a world champion figure skater, because they're ones that use choreograph. Okay, what is it called? Choreography. They use choreography. I knew there was a word for that. Okay, they use choreography. Now, what does that mean? Whenever an Olympic figure skater, a professional figure skater, goes out on the ice, do you think they're just making it up as they go? And the answer is obviously not. In fact, not only are they not making it up, but every single step, every move, every jump, every twist, everything is completely planned out down to the last step. Every single part of it, to the second, it's planned out. It is choreographed. Now, I want you just to think, again, what do words have? Words have a feeling to them. Words have energy. And when you think of something being choreographed, when you think of an Olympic figure skater, what's the energy of the word choreographed? What's the energy of the word choreography? And if you've ever seen like Dancing with the Stars or seen professional dancers, they use choreography. Something's choreographed. How does it feel? What's the energy when you think of something being choreographed? And here was the words at the event when I was talking to the agents, and I said, what's the energy of that word? And they came up with words like artistic, powerful, inspirational, skilled, artistic, graceful. And I want you to think about, what if you had a listing presentation that was a gold medal performance level listing presentation? Not canned, but choreographed. In other words, it's prepared, it's learning, it's saying the right things in the right way that lead to a desired result. And yet it's not unplanned. See, the whole idea, and here's the reason we came up with the whole idea of canned listing presentations, or of a canned presentation, is the whole point of that was, don't go in there unplanned. You need something that's prepared. You need to know what you're going to get when you open it. And that's the whole concept of a canned presentation. The problem is canned doesn't feel powerful. Canned feels empty. Now, the other alternative has always been this. Well, why don't we just wing it? Because look, if I try to go in and I'm canned, or if I'm even choreographed, you're talking about, it's all written for me and the choreographers put it together. Now I got to go perform it, and that just sounds fake to me. It doesn't sound real. Really? Look at the professionals. Look at the professional performers when they go in and we're talking about in figure skating or something like that. It's an art form. They take the choreography, and when they put it together and they deliver, they perform it with skill, how does it feel? What's the energy? It's inspiring. Does it look planned? Does it look canned? No, it looks effortless. It looks magical. It looks powerful. Okay, how did they get there? By practice and rehearsing and practice and rehearsing, and having a coach stop them and show them video and helping them perfect every single move, so that when they show up on the ice at the contest, at the Olympics, at the World Championships, they're able to deliver a World Championship gold medal level performance. Now, you're going in to interview for what? A $10,000 paycheck, a commission check. You're going in to interview a seller to help them sell their home or sell their property and make a move. And you're interviewing for a big time, several $1,000, in some cases $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 paychecks or more. And you're going to wing it, or you're going to go in with something canned that you're going to come in and say, hey, let me show you what I got here. Pop the top, dig in. Or do you want to go in with something powerful and something skillfully prepared? Now, there's no shortcut to it. You got to learn how to deliver a gold medal performance. But I want you to understand and just think about the power of going in with something choreographed rather than something that's canned. Now, some agents say, well, you know what? I feel like that's fake. I feel like it's a lie. I think I just want to go in and wing it. You see, here's the problem with that. When you're winging, this is not a social get-together. This is not going for a personal visit. You're going for a consultation, for a presentation as an agent, to help a seller make a move, to help them sell their home, get the best results in a hundreds of thousands, sometimes millions of dollars transaction, dealing with one of their largest assets, and you're going to wing it? I mean, how would you feel if you got on you were flying from here, wherever you are, to Malaysia or wherever? What do you want the pilot? Are you looking for a pilot that's just going to wing it and say, well, hope we got enough fuel in the plane, and let's go. I hope it starts today, because you want them to have a pre-flight plan or a pre-flight checklist, or you want them just to jump in the plane and go? You want them to have a flight plan, or you want them just to wing it and say, well, I know it's that way somewhere. No, you want somebody that's planned and prepared to make the trip, and all the parts are prepared, and they're not fake, they're prepared. When you go in with a carefully prepared, powerful presentation, here's what I want to tell you. You are showing absolute respect to the seller. You're showing them that what I'm going in to meet with you about is so important that I took the time to prepare it. It's not just something canned that I popped up. It's something that was carefully choreographed and planned. Because see, here's what a powerful listing presentation does. It's saying the right things in the right way and asking the right questions and talking about the right stuff that lead the seller to a decision that's in their best interest. And obviously, if they're a motivated seller and you're a skilled agent, the right decision, the right conclusion is they're going to hire you to help them make this move happen, hire you to help them sell their house and get it wherever they're going next, whether they're buying or whatever it is. You see, here's the reality. Words matter. And whether you talk about it as canned or choreographed, it changes the energy. If I'm going in canned or if I'm going in choreographed. When I'm going in choreographed, I'm going in powerful. I'm going in feeling that way. I'm feeling special. And I'm using words that inspire the higher. In fact, let me just show you one other example of how important words are and why words have energy. Not only how you think of what you're going to do, even how you think about how you're going to present. That the words of that matter inside of you. It also matters the words that you use when you speak to sellers. Because I hear people all the time, I'll hear agents say, well, you know, I mean, I've read all the different scripts, and they all sound pretty much alike. Granted, but it's the differences that really matter. And let me just give you an example of the energy difference of words. Let's say you're going to a dentist and you're thinking about getting braces, okay? So you sit down with the dentist, and what's he going to talk to you about? How are we going to have this conversation? You sit down and he pulls you up and says, well, let's talk about a couple of years of uncomfortable mouthful of wires and rubber bands in your mouth, pulling your teeth and stretching it around. Are you excited about that? Now, would you be excited about that? I mean, are you excited about opening your mouth and having him put a bunch of wires and rubber bands in your mouth? And the answer is, that's not what we're excited about. Or if you sit down and the dentist says, well, let's talk about creating that perfect smile you deserve. Are you excited about that? I'm excited about that. Now, the process is still the same. I'm still going to have to put on the braces, but the focus, the energy of the words, just the way it's communicated is, are you excited about me putting wires and bands in your mouth and having your teeth being all stretched and pulled in discomfort? Or are you excited about having a beautiful, perfect smile? Words matter, and the way you say it and how you present it and even how you think about it in your brain, the idea of coming in with a choreographed, powerful, artistic, gold medal performance will make you a more powerful, more effective listening presentation that gets more yeses.